And thank you for receiving this week's e-newsletter. It's good to have the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you as we approach Holy Week. But first of all, I expect some of you might be wondering what we're doing now that we haven't got our buildings open for worship. We're not preparing for public services. We're not having to write a sermon every week. We don't have meetings to go to or social events, and it all feels a bit strange. Well, can I tell you that there is plenty going on behind the scenes. The first thing to say is that my colleagues Melanie and Caroline and I are meeting over Skype each day on Monday to Thursday to say morning prayer together and to pray for you all. And we feel that this is a really important thing that we are doing to hold the whole of our parish and our parishes, our town and our communities in God before Him. So that is one really important thing, and we want to be praying for those particularly who are sick, who are lonely and vulnerable, those who are afraid of what this whole situation means, those who are worried about the future, and those we know who are in hospital and being cared for by NHS staff. We're also praying for our world, for our country, for those who have to take difficult decisions at this time, and praying that this situation will soon be over and that we can soon get back to our everyday lives. Other things that we're doing is that I'm reading a bit more, and I would like to recommend this book called Saying Yes to Life by Ruth Valerio. This is the Archbishop of Canterbury's Lent book for this year, and it is a really stimulating and challenging read all about our wonderful planet, the creation that God made, different aspects of creation, and tracing the different themes through the Bible of light and darkness, of land, of creatures and human beings, and tracing them through the Bible and helping us understand more about the importance of our care for the creation that God made. We're going to be looking at this after Easter in a bit more depth, and so if you would like to get a copy, I would really recommend it. As we think about being on our own a bit more, and as we approach Holy Week, I've just been reflecting on how Jesus was alone during that week himself, thinking particularly of the time he spent in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he threw himself on the ground and prayed earnestly to God and said to his friends, "Watch and pray with me." And then he got on with his prayers, and when he turned round and looked at them, he saw that they'd all fallen asleep. "Could you not watch and wait with me even 1 hour?" he said. So Jesus knew what it was like to be alone and to be lonely. And we see the same when he was on the cross, that when he was on the cross he was abandoned by his friends, by most of his family, apart from Mary, who was with John at the foot of the cross. And he also felt forsaken by God. My God, why have you forsaken me?" he said. So as we think about that, it makes us realise that when we are feeling lonely, on our own, worried about the future and what that may hold, Jesus knows what all that feels like. He has been there, he is with us in it. And I think we can take hope and comfort from that as we walk through this coming week, the way of the cross with Jesus. We know that he is with us, that he is alongside us in our sorrow and our grief, in our troubles. But also we know that this will pass, that this will come to an end, and one day we will come out of this hopefully stronger and more confident in our faith as we come to recognise Jesus, who is crucified and risen. So have a good and blessed Holy Week, and look forward to sharing some of the resources with you that we've got for you over the coming week. So God bless, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you very much.